morning, everybody. I'm Dave. This is Double Hook Angling. How y'all doing this morning? So we got Keith watching, James watching, and there's a few others in there. A couple thumbs up. Appreciate y'all giving the thumbs up. So we're still getting prepared for the Wichita Boat Show, and we're getting there. Still trying to figure out the whole. I got the powder coating stuff figured out. I just need to get the booth done and figure out how I'm going to bake them in my oven. So I'll probably only be able to do 3 at a time, which it's going to take some work to do. But I just have a regular kitchen oven. So, but today we're tying up some of these, uh, and silver ice, I think is what I called them. I can't even remember now. Yeah, that's what I called them. I didn't get that where I wanted to. So disco silver head, white tail, silver bullet, chenille, and silver tinsel. We're gonna tie up some of these. We might switch. We might switch it up through the show just so y'all have something different to look at. There's Norman, Fat Oshi, Fatoshi. I still cannot get. Bob. Yeah, I'm sorry for butchering the names. Also, I need new. I'm getting to where I need new glasses again. Had to look at the very bottom of them again to read. And I'm doing it on my phone, of course. I did put out an edited video this week, so if you didn't see that, go and watch that edited video on Double Hook. Me and Gregory went out to his lease, did some crappie fishing before the snow came. We were expected to get 8 to 12 inches. Luckily enough, we got 3. So it kind of went south and east of us. Still had to fight the snow all week. I went out a few times, but my son Timothy, my youngest boy, he showed up and he cleared out the snow between the house and the truck with, making Gregory help. Gregory listens to him. Gregory kind of does, Gregory things. But Timothy has no problem getting Gregory to listen to what Tim says. So Tim is the youngest brother, but over the years, Tim has acted like the big brother. When the boys were all young, Tim's the one that ended up babysitting them, even though they were a couple years older than Timothy. But, Gregory, he only functions at about an 8-year-old level, so. Get my chenille all untwisted here. But Gregory is at the thrift store. Probably, yeah, he's in the thrift store now. I guess it is after 8. One thrift store opens at 8 and the other one don't open until 8:30. And trust me, they go down there and stand in line before it opens, which I think is nuts in this kind of weather, but they'll do their own thing. I told Matthew this morning he probably should wait. And he still went down there, stood in line for a half an hour before the store even opens. They got to be the first one in there and get the first thing, So, but this is what we're tying up today. There's focus on the thing. There you go. We'll tie some of these, and we'll probably switch over. I do want to tie some more uh, today, but I got a meeting at 11:30 in Wichita, a lunch meeting. So I won't be. We'll be on here until Greg gets back, and then we'll do. I mean, just kind of our normal routine. You know, you guys know I only go up for about an hour, and then we get out of here. I usually tie in the evenings, but it's everybody's watching movies, and it's so noisy in my house. It's hard to do lives in the evening. There's so much going on. But that's what happens when you have other people living in the house, and you're basically I'm actually tying in my living room, which is open concept to the kitchen and everything else. So Naomi's watching TV 3 foot over here. Naomi's sitting 3 foot from me or 4 foot from me. But we do have the Wichita Boat Show coming up in 2 weeks. So, and that Friday morning of the 13th, we will not be live doing jigs and coffee. We will be live at the show. Super Ninja, hey man, I caught too many biggins now. I'm fished out. What do I do? Get unfished out and go fish some more. I don't get fished out. I man, I just love to go fishing. I just change spots. If I get tired of one spot or catching one species of fish, I go to the next. But with Gregory, it's always a good time. So he's my fishing buddy. So we have a great time fishing. Like I said, go watch that edited video and see how that edited video, I get excited. I get excited for Gregory more than I get excited for myself. But I made that video for my little buddy Caleb at church. I passed out a few jigs to a simple friend. Right on. Thanks, James. Yeah, I got there'll be plenty of jigs at the show too, so and the Wichita Boat Show, like I said, it's coming up in a couple weeks. So we'll have a live next week here at the house, and then the following week we'll have a live at the show. We'll probably do a few lives at the show, so you'll catch us different times. We'll have we'll also have hats, stickers, shirts. Um, we'll have rod holders at the show. So, like I said, if y'all don't know, these are DHA rod holders, which DHA is double hook angling, the show you're watching now. So, got good spikes on the end. So, we'll have quite a few of those there. I made some, I ground a bunch of plates yesterday, and the little stomper plate, but also that I had drilled all the holes for the rod leashes and or your stringer or whatever, your guard dog. If y'all don't know what a guard dog is, they call it guard dog automatic fish catcher. So if you Google that, you should be able to find it. I've got some sitting around here. I just don't know where they're at right now. I got my table's a mess. Um, yeah, I'll have to find those and figure out what I did with them. They're probably in the middle of the table right here somewhere. But anyways, they're a little device that goes into your fishing pole and hooks onto your line. So and then bends the rod, puts the rod under tension. So when a fish bites it, it pulls it out of the end of the pole and sets the hook for you. Monty hits his company, so Monty Sheets. But I had some kids T-shirts as well made up this time, so I'll have kids T-shirts at the show too. I'm going to give away a few of those to some youngins, and then I'm going to have some used and a few new fishing poles that I'm going to be selling, and a few I'll be giving away. It'll be more for the kids and stuff than anything, but I'm not going to restrict people from putting in the drawing. I'll just have a little tab. I'll have a little notebook tablet that everybody can put their name and number on, and if they win, I'll call them. We're basically do like, kind of like door prize type thing. And we'll be in. Hey, Chris. Yeah, we'll be in booth 104, so we'll be back by the kitchen, I guess. We'll go set up Friday right before the show. Still trying to figure out how I'm going to set up my booth. I ain't quite got the concept in my head how I want to do it. I want to have the table to where I can tie and stuff, but I also need to have room to sell things. But I will be tying live at the show. Hey, Rod. Yeah, I've mailed out some of them tickets to a few of you fellas, and I still have quite a few tickets left. So if anybody is needing some tickets for the show, message me on Facebook and or Gmail. That would be doublehookangling@gmail.com. You message me there, and then we got some VIP tickets. So I give you send you a couple tickets if you're going to be in the Wichita area for the show. Save you a few bucks getting in the doors. I'll move that camera. But you better hurry up about it because the show is in 2 weeks, and sometimes mail takes a minute to get there. I'm gonna put something on Facebook later today as well about free tickets to the show. But that video I made an edited video. Hey, Kansas Chad. I edited that video the other day, and I was late getting it out. I forgot about it technically. I made it we filmed it last Wednesday, 10 days ago, and then we did it for little Caleb at church, my little buddy at church. I was thinking he was 8, but I guess he's only 7. But he really likes watching my videos and stuff. And as y'all know, I don't curse or nothing in my videos, so they're kid friendly. And he's been giving me a headache lately about, hey, I need a video of you fishing, not tying jigs. So I went out and, yeah, you're welcome. Glad you got them. Hope to see you there, bud. Yeah, Caleb's been hounding me the last couple months about getting out of videos, so not necessarily giving me a headache. I just, you know what I mean, hounding me about it or asking me about it. But youngins are relentless about it too. They'd be like, every time they see you, did you make any video? Did you film any video? Did you? I guess I already just need one of those. I already did the other side. So I was like, I'll get one. I just haven't been fishing lately. So we went fishing and made him a video before that snow hit. We did pretty good too. Caught a few species that day off of my jig. Got a fish and bass and crappie, and then Gregory caught bass and a crappie. He was pretty stoked. Then I teased him because I caught a bigger bass. I told him it was genetics. Oh, snap that one off. Good thing is those knots hold pretty good. I'll set it aside for myself anyways. I like to double knot them. If I break off, then there must have been a fray in that. I didn't pull that tight. So need some prayers for Naomi. Actually, you know what? I don't know. Was her appointment next Friday? I think she's got an appointment next Friday, so I may not even be live next Friday. I think she's got an appointment for stuff in Wichita that I got to take her to. We might have messed that one up. Let me. I think she went to the bathroom and jumped in the shower. So. Intermission real quick. I want to make sure I'm not telling everybody wrong. Hey, was your appointment for your body next Friday? Thursday? Okay, I was right. It's next Thursday, not Friday. So we'll be live next Friday. I wanted to make sure and be telling y'all that I wasn't going to be here if I was. Have you not even watching for the show? And I didn't want to tell you I was going to be here if I wasn't. So Naomi's got another tumor. So this one's in her thigh. So we'll go get that looked at. So if y'all would, prayers for that. We talked about this a while back, and they kind of put it off because of her breast, and so they got that tumor out of her breast, and now they want to readdress this one that's in her thigh. So Yeah, Jay's on Crystal. James is on Crystal's account. Watching it work. I got something sliding around under my vise. My vise keeps moving too much. I think I need to clean the pad off. Sometimes you get all them little furries from the feather and stuff. There might be something up with that thread because that one snapped off too. It'll hold until it won't. And watching David while I'm working. So I'll appreciate that, bud. Don't get in trouble. Old Tim, Catfish Dog. How you doing, brother? Seen everybody was wearing the shirts on the retired Rick show on Wednesday. If y'all don't have retired Rick or Catfish Dog, y'all jump in here. Matter of fact, uh, Gary D. Good morning. BC from British Columbia, Canada. Well, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you coming in. I'm good. Every day is a blessing. Waking up after a heart attack, let me tell you. I had a heart attack a year, 9 months ago, and died, and they brought me back. I had the Widowmaker. So every day after that's been a great blessing. Oh, Tom saying hello to everybody. Queen Possum, good morning to you, ma'am. Hope you're having a blessed day. Whoever else I missed, apologies. Like I said, the writing on the phone is a little small. But yeah, and on the Castaway Crew, they were wearing the shirts on Retired Rick's show on Wednesday on Hump Day. So, oh, I was gonna let me go back. There you go, James. I added you as a mod, so we get any scammers jumping up in here, all you mods can throw them out. Or if anybody talks foul language, y'all keep it clean on my channel, even in chat. No curse words, please. We got little ones watching from church. I don't need them telling their mama and daddy that they saw anything bad here. How much are the rod holders? The rod holders are $25 a piece. When I start powder coating them, they'll be a little bit more just because of powder coating. But I'm going to try to keep them as low as I can. I'll probably still do them for $25 a piece, just because if I start powder coating and I get the process down to where they all look good and everything's fine with them, I'll probably just keep them at 25 bucks. Because if I get it down, then that's the way they will all be. So I'll get used to doing it that way. I can't charge $30 like some people do for rod holders. In my opinion, I'm a poor man myself, so when I see that, I shouldn't say poor. I'm broke. I'm not poor. I have a roof over my head and food in my tummy, but I'm a broke man. So I want to keep the cost down as low as possible, but also don't drive $80,000 truck like the some of the other people that do things like this. Yeah, I think it's funny that you know you get people that are in this business. They get on here and if you notice, I don't on my Facebook page, whether it's double hook angling or myself, I don't get on there and gloat. Gloating is a sin. Um, I don't get on there and brag about my how much my truck cost when I got a brand new truck, and I don't get on there and say that you know everybody else's stuff is junk and stuff like that. That's not me. Now, right now, I am talking, about it, but that's about all you'll ever hear from me. I think my rod holders do the job, and if you want to buy somebody else's rod holder, then it's your opinion. I mean, there's guys that like Fords, there's guys that like Chevys, there's guys that won't buy Fords, there's guys that won't buy Chevys. If you like my rod holders, buy my rod holders. If you don't like my rod holders, don't buy my rod holders. I'm not offended if you buy somebody else's rod holder. I'm not offended if you buy somebody else's jigs. I'm just grateful that you get what you want. I got one person or one thing that I got to deal with in my life, and that's Jesus Christ and God, the Trinity. So I let Him guide me and tell me what I need to do and not do. So I pray about things, and if I feel led to do it, then I do it. If I don't feel led to do it, then I don't do it. He's going to lead me in the way that I need to be led. You know what? Let's go ahead, and I'm out of white feathers, and I don't have to dig any more out. And I have some black sitting here. Let me unwrap this. They're great rod holders. I need two more. Well, I will, like I said, I will have them I will have plenty of them at the Wichita Boat Show. So, at the Wichita Boat Show, uh, I'm going to have unpainted and painted. So if you want some unpainted ones to paint yourself your own color, I can show you how I paint them to make it easier to get them full covered at once. I'll put a light coat on there and then let it dry for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then I come back and hit it again with a heavier coat. So I use Rust-Oleum is what I use because it seems to stick the best. But also, I was having this debate with somebody about or discussion or whatever you want to call it about painted and unpainted. So our my thing was ouch. I went to that eye of that jig caught my nail and stuck it in my other finger. This one comes pre-scented with David. So, but what I had this debate about with somebody about you know things, and I was like, if you like somebody else's stuff and you go buy it, do you have an issue with somebody buying somebody else's stuff? And I was like, no, I don't. I don't care. You are your own individual. You have your own likes and dislikes. If you want to buy somebody else's stuff, then you go for it. It does not bother me. I am not that kind of person. I do think that my rod holders are the best, but that's because I make them and I made them the way I think that they should be made. I don't need a bunch of different fancy, you know, styles or whatever because I think mine is an all-in-one deal. And I can put two or three rods in one pole holder. So, and in Kansas, we can only use two rods unless you get a three pole permit. But I also don't need a fancy truck. And I've actually been thinking about selling my truck I have a 2014 Chevy High Country, and I thought about getting rid of it and going backwards to like a 99 to '06. So it tells you where I'm at. Less is more to me. You don't have to worry about so much stuff going bad. Gary D wrote, I had a heart attack September 24th, surgery on October 24th. I hardly low vision. I pray to get my vision back. Oh, well, yeah, prayers for you, brother. Prayers your vision comes back. Yeah, I had my heart attack in March of 24, and I had surgery within an hour of having the heart attack. So I was dying. I wish I would have went to a different hospital, but I like I said, God leads my life, and He sent me where He thought I needed to go. Apparently, so He's in control of all things. You like my fishing song? So in other words, you watched my video. Sorry, I hurt your ears. I mean, I don't sing too bad, but I still think I sing bad. Trust me, there's a lot of people out there that sing better than me. Man, that didn't lay right. Move that up a little bit. There, that laid better. Yeah, I used to, when I was a kid, and things like that pop in my head. I had ADHD as a kid, so you're always thinking of little songs, little sayings. I don't know if I heard it somewhere and just have repeated it my whole life or what, but I sung it to the kids and stuff like that, while we're fishing. Now, I'm not going to sing it on the show, but if you want to hear it, you go over and watch my video. I wasn't going to do the video that long, but I didn't want to chop it up too much. I left some footage out anyways. Some of the smaller crappie. Fish don't mind. Yeah, just like they don't mind us talking neither. Grandpa's back in the. Oh, I don't know why I put silver on that. I wasn't even thinking. It's because that's what I had. We're going to take that silver off of there because that's not what's supposed to be on the Black Widow. This jig is called the Black Widow because of the black and the dark red. What we needed a black one. So black tinsel. See, when I get to talking, it takes me longer to tie jigs because I'm talking and concentrating on the chat the best I can. And my mind gets sidetracked. Like I said, I had ADHD when I was a kid. Now they got me on beta blockers since I had the heart attack, and that helps with that. All those extra thoughts in my head. I don't talk to myself like I used to. I used to have full-blown conversations with myself in my head, and now I just have intermittent thoughts like most people I guess do. It's what I've been told anyways, that most people just have thoughts. But probably a third of the country has ADHD. Fishing with Kendra, watching from Mississippi. Well, I appreciate you. It's great to have you in here. Hope you're having a blessed and wonderful day. Hopefully Mississippi didn't get too much ice down there when we had this last storm go through. I haven't heard anybody say anything too bad. So this jig I call the Black Widow. So black with that red head. Now, nobody else in the world has this color unless they figured out how to mix the three powders together like what I do. It's a combination of three different colors in a set order. At one time, I think I said how to make it, on here, but I haven't repeated that since, and I won't. We call this Bigfoot blood after our buddy Avid. Fishers of Men is what his channel is now, I think. Or Fisher of Men. But that's the reason why I call this one the Black Widow, is because it has that red with the black. I do not like that piece of feather. My feathers are getting down to kind of the nitty gritty on this pack. A lot of these are real small. They'll be good for some 32nds and some 64ths and 1/80ths. So we'll save those feathers for that. We'll tie up a few of these. I got one. We'll tie up a few more. Or we'll tie this one and one more. That way at least I can get a pack out of it. Now my jigs are for sale, so if y'all need any jigs, doublehookangling@gmail, or hit me up Double Hook Angling on Facebook. If you don't have me on Facebook, it is Double Hook Angling business page, not the group. There is a Double Hook Angling group too, but it gets a lot of I mean, it does okay, but it doesn't get a whole lot of traffic. It just gets some. Sometimes I have to go in there and clean it up because you get all that spam stuff in there. Yeah, we're supposed to get a little snow today. I got to go to Wichita too. I got a business meeting over at for lunch, and so I'll be over there. We're only supposed to get a half an inch, so it'll be all right. Hopefully the roads don't get too bad, and it's supposed to start this morning as well. But go over there and do that, and run to Sam's and back home. That's pretty much my plan. I think I'll stop at Walmart and Goddard on the way back home too. But for those that are new in here at the end of the show, my son Gregory, that's the other half of Double Hook Angling, he will be home from the thrift store, and we will have What You Got Gregory time, and we'll get to see his thrift store finds. That's been a big hit on the show. He is 28 years old. He'll be 29 on February the 25th. So for all of you that are in here from the Castaway crew, February 25th is Gregory's birthday. He'll be 29 years old. I'm sure he's probably told y'all that. I didn't like the way that one was. I'm not up on my links very well today. I know it's about 1/8 of an inch, but I don't like that when they're all not even. But yeah, my jigs are for sale. So like I said, hit me up. They're 3 for $5. and the more you buy, the cheaper they get. So have some guys they'll buy $100 worth, and then I'll throw in a few packs. Hey, Rosie. Lady got too close to Rosie sleeping.
Nothing out there.
She was barking at Lady.
I know, but she got up to look out the window too.
Rosie the Doberman is 80 pounds. What's happened to Pond Hopper TV? Well, Rex shut it down. He just wasn't getting enough footage, wasn't getting enough videos, and he started working Uber and Lyft. So, new job, has occupied all of his time and stuff. So he just shut her down. He will be, he's still a featured guest, one of our contributors to our channel. So he's still running my website. My website is back up, by the way, guys. Our website was shut down for some reason. I think there was a problem with the host, is what it was. It all turned out to be the host's fault. So with the website is back up, but there's no sales on the website. It's just a description and explanation of me and Gregory and Rex and what we do and what's going on. There's still a link in the we share, him and I share, so you get double hook angling and pond hopper on the same website basically, and he's still got some merch on there too. Appreciate that, Ron. Hey, there's who is that? Oh, Catfish and Crappie Mark. How you doing? I had to look out the bottom of my glasses to read my phone there, buddy. Sorry about that, Mark. So there's the Black Widow jig, guys. That's been a pretty good jig as well. Now, let's switch up again. What colors do I... Well, I'll leave that black on there. I know what we'll do. We'll do the black plum. Leave that thread on there. Get some... Whoops, I threw that one in the wrong spot. I had two of them, and I threw it back in there, and then I threw it in the wrong hole. But yeah, we're supposed to get a ½ inch of snow today, so... All right, so there's blackhead. I'll do this dark purple tail. Well, it's coming. Naomi's watching the weather now. The snow has reached Smith Center and stuff, so it's heading our way. They said afternoon. It'll hit Wichita and Hutch. Decreased visibility from blowing snow. It's all right. I got 4-wheel drive and mud tires, so even if we got to drive slow, we'll make it home. You're done with winter? Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, Mark. I was trapped in the house for the last few days. I mean, I got out, but just to go to church, and I had to go. This is funny. So my son has a 99 Toyota 4Runner. It's got locker and all that stuff. He decided, well, he was going to come and work on his truck in my shop, or work on his 4Runner in my shop. I call it a truck because basically, he uses it like a truck. So he's going to work on his rig in my shop. So he's like, I need to change my tie rod ends and my wheel bearings and all that kind of stuff. So the morning that he was supposed to come over here to do that, he decided to go down a dirt road and hit a washout that was under snowpack and about 2 foot deep, and he bellied out his rig. And he's like, he calls me, he's like, I'm not gonna make it there, and I need you to get in your truck and come and get me. And I was like, I'm not getting in my truck. There's snow on the ground. It's bad out there. I can barely get to in my truck. He's like, yeah, but I need you to come and get me, Dad. I really do. I said, oh yeah, why's that? And he was like, because I'm stuck. I was like, I don't care if you're stuck or not. I'm not coming to get you. And he's like, please, Dad. So I did what dads do, and I went out there and we hooked up the kinetic rope. If y'all don't know what that is, it's kind of like a tow rope that's a big rubber band. We hooked that up and I pulled him out. And then I got to tease him for the rest of the day that my Chevy pulled out his Toyota. And, but like I said, I got big knobby mud tires, so went and got him and brought him to the shop. So then we pull his thing in the shop, and it just completely covered with snow and ice and mud up underneath, and big chunks of ice that he got frozen to for the 45 minutes that he was stuck out there until I got out there. And so he had like inch and a half thick chunks of ice stuck to the front of his rig and to his bumper that I built for him. And we get that thing started to thaw out with the heat in my shop, and we had a big mess of water and slush coming off. And we went, I got it floor drained, but it's under the Rambler, and I didn't want to sweep it all that water and stuff that way. For one thing, we couldn't find the squeegee either. So I we started sopping it up with towels. It took 2 hours for all that ice and snow to stuff to melt off that thing and get it all cleaned up. So we had a big old mess in the shop. But we got his wheel, and if you don't know, on Toyotas, wheel bearings are pressed in. So it's a whole ordeal with the press and doing all that kind of stuff to get it all undone and out of the way. Yeah, the Vince, the whole point of this stream is for people to gather and have a place to converse and talk and just hang out while I tie jigs. So that's what I do, is I tie jigs. I make rod holders as well. So these are my rod holders. But this is called Jigs and Coffee on this stream. And that's what we do, is we sit here on Friday mornings for an hour and we tie jigs and we just talk, and I tell you about my week. And some people like it and some people don't, but that's okay. If you don't like it, then you're more than welcome to go find somebody else. And if you do like it, welcome in and appreciate you, and hope you have a blessed day, and just hang out. So I'm a paraplegic in a wheelchair, so this is kind of what I do. This is something that I can do to make money and to have my business, which is double hook angling. And I weld, I work on stuff like we was talking about, working on my son's Toyota, and that's what I do. Sometimes we're sitting here on Friday mornings we're sitting here tying jigs. Other times you get edited videos on this channel of us fishing. And then other times you get us in the shop doing stuff in the shop. Outdoors with Skeeter. How you doing, Skeeter? Haven't seen you for a minute. Hope you're doing well. But that's pretty much the point of this channel, Vince. But also, I sell these jigs $3 or $5 for 3 of them. I sell the rod holders for $25 a piece, and I don't have a website. Everything is handled by me. I think it's more personal that way. It may be a little bit more inconvenient, but for right now, that's kind of how we're doing it. And I go to uh, fishing shows and sell my stuff at fishing shows and tie jigs while I'm at the fishing shows and stuff like that. Sometimes in the shop, I'll build a bumper. Sometimes in the shop, I'll build some rock sliders. I'm working on my 64 V8 Rambler at the moment in the shop too, so you might see that car from time to time. Like I said, I'm a paraplegic in a wheelchair and I can't sit still. Always got to be doing something. I have that ADHD brain, so was always in trouble at school even though I made A's and B's in school. River Rat 3030. Yeah, don't let this wheelchair fool you. It just means I've got my chair wherever I need to be. I don't have to look for some place to sit down like everybody else. Especially when I go shopping with the wife. She can do all her shopping and I don't rush her and she can take her time because I'm just, I'll sit there. Now, when she goes grocery shopping, she go by herself. I hate grocery shopping, running up and down grocery store aisles looking at food. But yeah, I can't sit still. I gotta move. I have things to do. I can't even hardly sit there and watch a movie unless it's in the evening. I'll sit there in the evening because I'm getting tired and falling asleep in my chair, but during the day, just ain't happening. I'm either in the shop or I'm out fishing or I'm visiting with friends or I'm at church. Wheelchair is just part of it. I get bored easy, basically. Yeah, most everybody in here knows everybody. Most of the people in here are regulars. We have some in here that pop in that are new, like you. Um, Here in a little bit, my son, he's 28 years old. He's the other half of Double Hook Angling. He's autistic, and he goes to the thrift stores on Friday mornings. That's why we have this live, because it's quiet in the house because he's not here, playing and making a bunch of noise. Because even though he's 28, he is basically 8 years old in his head. So he has a great time at the thrift store with his brother, and they come home and he shares his finds with us, and we call that "What You Got, Gregory." So he's my fishing buddy. He goes with me just about everywhere. He don't like staying at home neither. So if I go fishing, he goes fishing with me, and he helps me out too. So I mean, he'll he throws my wheelchair in the back of the pickup truck so I don't have to load it, which is a blessing to have him help do that. And don't get me wrong, I can load my own wheelchair in about 30 seconds. I just pop one wheel off, pop the other wheel off, fold the back down, throw it in the truck over me. But if he's in the passenger seat, that's kind of hard. So he just does it, throws it in the back, and it rides in the back. Just easier that way. And speaking of him,
What we got?
Gregory's home. So y'all are just in time to watch Gregory in his thrift store find. So he'll unpack his stuff here real quick, and then he'll come share with us. Give me time to finish this jig.
Wait.
No, just sit.
But Gregory's nonverbal to most people. He does talk and chat on he can spell and read and write and all that stuff, and he can talk too. He just chooses not to
I
talk
know,
to
life
anybody.
begins at 8.
He's got that,
I'm talking
they
about
call it
5 o'clock in the morning to Dad.
selective mutate or mutism. Yeah, selective mutism.
So what else you got in there?
His brain gets locked up when he's around people and gets real shy and bashful, which is just fine.
Okay, what else?
No, I don't do that.
What you doing?
Well, you got to show what you got,
I know he's
Gregory.
going through it and see what he's going to show you. Okay, what else?
Rosie just did a drive-by licking at my elbow. All right, so Gregory, what you got, son?
Get in there.
Oh, I got something for.
I know, keep going.
He's still unpacking. We're still doing this jig. We're about done with this jig.
Right here.
Got all your friends waiting. There's J-Dog. There's H. Lee Osborne. Welcome in. Who else? Shirley T jumped in here as well.
Oh, that's your mom.
Scroll back.
So this too.
I don't want to miss nobody, and if I did, I apologize.
No.
But this jig here is called the Black Plum,
Yeah,
you know, because it's black up front
go ahead
and
and show that.
plum purple in the back. So
Show everything else. What else you got?
hope that the new people in here, I hope you subscribe
Let's
and
show them.
like. Whoops, I busted that one off, so that one will be for myself too. I didn't get to double knot it. I'm not going to send that out the door if it ain't double knotted.
Show that.
All right, I'm done, Gregory.
Unpacking.
You still unpacking?
Done?
While we're at it, if you guys are in the Wichita area
You done?
and need some VIP passes to get into the show,
Yeah.
hit me up on that's doublehookangling@gmail. Send me a message with your address and your phone number and say that you want a couple tickets. Or actually you don't need your phone number, sorry. Send your address and I will ship you out a couple of them. Yeah, he's got a pretty good haul there, Tim. He's still unpacking it. Him and his mom were going through it and he was showing his mom. Are you ready now? He's trying to fix one of them. That's good enough. Come show them. I'm done with the jig and they're all waiting on you. Silly boy.
This one I'm going to put up for Grandma.
All right. So,
Go.
Jay. All right. Well, I always told your name was James. And that's what I keep calling you because that's what it says. So, Jay. I think you actually told me to call you Jay one time. Here's Gregory. So what you got, Gregory? What is that? That's a Honda, ain't it? Or an Acura? What is that? Is that Acura? Honda S2000? What is that thing? Does it say on the bottom?
you.
Oh, I was trying to get him to say something. Oh, a Mazda RX-7. That's what that is. I should know. I should have known what that was. They were around when I was a kid.
Okay. He got this for him, but read it and it's for you.
Okay. Life begins at 500 at 5 o'clock, 5 a.m. Yeah, I get up at 4 to 5. So, and that's red. That then that's in there. It looks kind of pinky purple or fuchsia,
Taz.
but it's red. So it's got Taz on it. There's another hat from my collection. Show them. Don't show me.
No, he's saying that one's yours.
Yeah, here. Let him in the camera view a little bit better.
That one's
there
yours.
You go.
Because you like that size.
That's the right size coffee cup. Don't get cold before you get done with it. And that's all the root beer you need? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, Taz is a real throwback. And then you got a Ford. Don't offend nobody, but they circle the problem on the front of them. I say that because I know there's some Ford fans in here. Then the That's El Toro Loco. That's the old monster truck from back in the day when Gravedigger and all them were running.
And he's not going to show you them, but he's going to tell you got to bag your cars. Okay.
And then, what you got? Bag cars? Well, I thought you had a bigger haul than that. Oh, okay. You were just showing Mom everything. All right, here's your Mazda back. Are you done? I guess so. He's leaving.
Okay.
Shirley said, nice job. River Rat said, awesome job, Gregory. Vince said, Taz is a real throwback. Kansas Chad said, what you got?
And this gets washed for that.
Catfish and Crappie Mark said, NSX.
Don't even go to that.
Um,
Don't even.
Right on. All right, guys. We appreciate y'all showing up. Remember, Jesus is King. If you don't believe, I encourage you to at least read and check it out, and you can make your own decision. But for me and my house, we believe in Christ. So hope you all have a blessed and wonderful week. And go tie something, go do something, go be something. Remember, don't let a disability hold you back. Do everything you can to live your life to the fullest. Solid stream, stuff from out. Amen. Mine is weird. Yeah, all these people that are mods, I know them. So they, the reason why I have so many mods is because of, there's a lot of scammers and spammers and all that stuff that come in here, and I don't catch them all the time, and I don't want no cursing and stuff on my stream or in my chat. So I got that many mods to kick everybody out. Most of these people I've known for 3 to 5 years. So, I've been doing lives for about 5 years now, I guess. I don't have a lot of subscribers, but I guess people just don't like jig tying, and I don't push my channel like some people do. I mean, if you want to watch me, watch me. If you don't, you don't. I can, I care, but yet it's irrelevant to me to be a big, massive channel. I just do it for the fun of it and the love of it. And, if I'm going to be sitting here tying jigs, I might as well share that as well. And, I just love fishing, and I love being able to visit with people. And, I mean, these are my friends. In my community, we live in a small town. Most of my friends are from church. So, I don't do drugs. I don't drink alcohol, and I used to, but I don't no more. And when I say drugs, I used to smoke, weed and stuff, but I don't do that anymore. And, I just live a clean life, and I live for Christ. So I do, hope that all of y'all have a blessed and wonderful week. And go check out some of these people in here. And, you can jump on there, click their name, and find their channels. And there's some of these people that do way a lot more than I do. I just do, what I can with what I got. So I probably should do more social media, but, like I said, I do my own thing. So I am grateful that y'all are here and blessed to have you here. So like I said, go tie something, go do something, go be something. We're out of here.